So in the previous video, we practiced in-place mass in Revit and created this awesome facade design. Today's video is all about model in place tips and tricks, and we will be modeling this super cool looking facade design. But before we dive in, I would like to suggest checking out my advanced 3D modeling course on learnrevitonline.com. And if you find this video helpful, you can also support my work on Patreon and help me continue creating Revit tutorials every week. Anyway, let's get started. So here I'm in Revit, and as you can see I have this basic building model here. Here I just edited this floor profile and created this opening. Anyway, as I said in the intro of this video is all about model in place tips and tricks. So let's go to the south elevation and select model in place from this drop down, and here just select generic models, click OK again, and first we will create a reference plane. So for that we need to go back to level 1 and select reference plane, and I will just create a reference plane here, and let's just drag it here, and I'm going to name it 1. So we have this reference plane which we can use to create the extrusions. So let's go to the south elevation again and go to create, select extrusion, and this dialog box pops up. You just need to select the reference plane which we have just created, click OK, and first we'll create this main part of this elevation. So let's select rectangle and just create a rectangle like this. Now I'm just going to select this line and press MV on the keyboard and move it around 8 feet. Perfect. Let's click finish and go to 3D. Here we have our extrusion. Let's edit the depth of this extrusion. So I will just change the extrusion end to 0 and extrusion start, let's put 6 feet. Okay, we need to add a negative value here. Let's add minus 6 feet. There we go. Now we'll just drag it down here, and then we can go to the right elevation here and create a void. So let's go to create, select void extrusion. Now here we need to set the work plane. So let's click here, set work plane, and then select pick a plane, hit OK, and select the face of this wall. Perfect. Now we can create the profile here. Let's start from here, 2 feet maybe, and then I'm just going to create an angled line until here, then another one here like so, and then we can just close this profile. Let's delete this one, click finish. Let's orbit around, hold shift key, use the middle mouse button and orbit around. Now we need to deselect this void by clicking somewhere here, and then select this void again, and we'll able to see these two handles which we can use to drag this void like so. As you can see, it's looking something like this. So we got this part created. Now we can create this opening. So for that also we can just go back to the elevation and go to create, select void extrusion, and set the work plane to reference plane 1, hit OK, and this time we will use ellipse and create an ellipse from the middle here, 7 feet maybe, 7 feet 6, and then we can just create 36 feet on this side. Perfect. Click finish, and again we need to go back to 3D and select this void and just drag it through this extrusion. There we go. We created this part as well. Now we want to create this this part here. So Let's go back to the elevation again, and this time we will create an extrusion. Set the work plane again to reference plane 1, and let's create an extrusion. Just create a rectangle here, and then we can use arc. Okay, let's create an arc from here like so. Use TR and trim this, and then delete this line. Click finish, and again we will edit this extrusion in the 3D view. We can go to the right view, and I will create a void to cut this extrusion. So let's go to create void extrusion, set the work plane. Let's select the face here again, and this time we will create a profile like this. Hit finish, and just deselect that by clicking somewhere here, and then select this extrusion and drag this through this other extrusion. Okay, here we have this issue. This void has cut this extrusion as well. So to uncut that, we have to click this drop down and select uncut geometry, and select this main extrusion, and then this void which we just created. There we go. Now it's looking a lot better. For this one, if you want, you can join this extrusion as well. Just select join and just join that with that one to hide the edges. Now we have this last this opening remaining. To create this opening, we can use a blend tool. So let's go back to the south elevation and go to create, and I will use this void blend. Just click it and set the work plane to reference plane 1, and now I'm going to create a rectangle here like so. Let's make it 10 feet, and the height should be 10 feet as well. And I'm just going to create a line in the middle here, so we can place this rectangle in the middle of this facade. Just make a selection like this, and then move from the middle and just place it on this line. Delete this one, and let's create an arc like so, and then delete this line. So we got this profile here for the base, and now we need to create the top profile. So let's click here, edit top. Now I'm just going to create a 2 feet line here, and then an angled line like so. And then we can just select this one and just mirror it from the middle here like so, and then use arc and create an arc like this. And here on this side we can just use TR and just extend this line. Now I'm just going to use fillet arc, and let's give it a radius 5 feet maybe. Then we can just use these lines to create a round corner here. Just click finish, and if I go back to 3D, you see this void is not this void blend is not showing up here. So to see that, we need to change the visual style to wireframe. Here we have it. Just select that, and I will use this handle and just drag it through this extrusion. There we go. We have created this kind of shape here. So I think we have completed the modeling of this awesome looking facade in Revit. I hope you found this quick model in place tips and tricks video helpful. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you are interested in learning advanced 3D modeling in Revit, make sure to check out my courses on learnrevitonline.com. Additionally, you can support my work on Patreon and help me continue creating Revit tutorials every week. Once again, thank you for your support, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.